Today, it's Saturday, we're doing standard. We have around 330 people. It's pretty much new Phyrexia just came out, so it's really interesting to see how the metagame's really changing around a lot of different cards.
It's a big $5,000 prize, standard open today. There's a legacy open tomorrow. A lot of grinders battling out to get points towards open invitationals and, of course, monetary prizes.
All right, Magic players, welcome to round number 5. You have 50 minutes. Please begin.
I'm playing Callblade myself. I've played Namir 3 times, and I played Tempered Steel aggro deck once.
I'm playing blue, black, white, I guess Blade. There is no more Caw in our deck. Jerry and I cut Squadron Hawks and replaced them with 2 Spellskite and 2 Vampire Nighthawk because Squadron Hawk has been underperforming and we thought that there were better options for what we were going to fight against.
Black Red Vampires. I know the deck and I really hate playing control mirrors. They are very boring. So I would rather win and then be done.
All of the games basically play very closely against aggro decks, and he drew Manic Vandal and Gatekeeper of Malakir for the 2 Batterskulls that I had.
So they'll play the Stoneforge Search Up Batterskull. You kill the Stoneforge, because if you don't have something in your opening hand, you're done. Then usually on turn 5, they have to hardcast the Batterskull, and then the Throat will kill that and you can keep attacking in, and that'll be 2 more turns before they've got it back on something, unless they had like a Hawk out.
It's a game of little edges.
Callblade is still up there, but I think it has some more competition. And Callblade pretty much has too many threats now.
Well, I've always played red in general, and it kind of gets a bad rap, but this weekend I wanted to play red, but I didn't want to play the burn heavy version because Spellskite's everywhere. So I wanted to play more dudes because they can't redirect any damage from dudes. So basically I'm playing the same aggressive strategy, but with a lot more creature base. And then I have access to even better cards that trump the hate cards for my deck.
So I mean, now you have kind of like a split metagame where people are trying to stick Splinter Twin combo and like anything they can, and then there's Callblade decks. But I think after that is when it gets interesting. So there's different cards that I'm picking up for after that. And one of those cards is Consecrated Sphinx. Another card is Massacre Worm. These different. Oh, I'm being given the signal. I can't give you guys any more information about what the TTT is picking up here today.
New Phyrexia has completely changed things. I mean, it used to be that Rug and Callblade were the 2 best decks, and there wasn't really a good excuse to play anything else. But the existence of the rise of Splinter Twin, along with the newfound prevalence of Spellskite as an answer to that, changes a lot of things because now you have a 2-mana card that's seeing more play in a lot of decks that blocks Sordid Mystics and makes early game sequencing a lot more different. And so you have to adapt to that.
New Phyrexia shaking things up, decks are changing, there's still a lot of Callblade, but there's just a lot of room for expansion that people haven't really looked into yet. So I think it was good for standard overall.
Standard hot items. I don't know, I would say the biggest thing right now was Batterskull this morning.
It's such a ridiculous card that they can return it to their hand. I'm not happy that got printed as a person who likes to attack.
I feel like they're trying to get more of a festival atmosphere at these things. There's people doing art. My buddy Eric Klug's doing altars over there. And then there's a girl doing 3D cards.
What I do is I take multiple Magic cards and I cut out parts of them to layer it and then give it a 3D effect. My favorite card to alter was either Taneb, he's really fun to do, or Nico Bolas, because they're sort of easy, but it still comes out really, really neat. I think people like my altars because they're unique and there's not a lot of people that do them or do them professionally. The only other person that I've heard of is a guy in Japan, and he's in Japan and I'm in the United States. So my altars, it's not easy to find.
Today I'm selling some of my altered Magic cards and painting cards on site as well. Altering Magic cards is just a way of customizing your cards. I was doing it for a hobby for a little bit, bringing in a little, spare cash. And last year I was job searching and doing this still on the side. And then, after a few months of job searching, I just realized that this was lucrative enough to just, do full time. I think, pimping is kind of like a culture in Magic already. Everybody likes to foil their decks, get the most expensive versions of the cards. And alteration's just an extension of that. It's like making the cards really, really unique, because like I tend not to duplicate cards, so there's only one in existence as far, There may be 100, Japanese foil mental missteps in the world, but there's only, one of, X alteration.
The thing about the Invitational is it's going to be a bit of a different metagame because it's going to be comprised entirely of people who are very, very successful on the circuit. So I expect there to be more control, a little less aggro, and probably just very, very refined lists. And instead of metagaming against this week's metagame, like we're doing this week for Orlando's metagame, you actually have to figure out what everyone else is going to be anticipating and try and beat that instead of trying to beat the last week's deck list.
We're actually missing 5. I was going to take some other things out.
The TTT it's short for Tactical Trade Team. It's a team of guys that I organize, and we do pre-planning for the event. We have a plan when we come here, and we've been taking orders online. So like basically people give us what they need and what they're going to pay on it, and we go out there and get it, and then we ship it when we get back. So there's a lot more to it, but like in like a broad view, that's what we're doing here. We're just like there's 5 of us here today, and we're at all different angles of the tables. We're all basically sharing each other's trade stock, and we're making deals and doing different things.
I'll take all the consecrated sphinxes and I'll give you them all. I know.
Benefit for the community. What? Like, what do I care? No, I'm just joking. No, I'm just joking. It's actually really good for the community because when we take orders, they give us their buy price. You know what I mean? So they get to buy lower than they would typically buy because, if we don't ship it to them, we're going to ship it to dealers. You know what I mean? So like they get to be in between like a dealer price and a retail price.
Well, I just picked up 2 at 70 in value each. So.
It's also good because we come with a lot of cards. I mean, I have binders here, I have boxes down here, and so we come with a lot of this stuff, and people who need it for the tournament, they can just come to us, or if they come to me, I know what my team has because of our huddle in the morning, and I just say, oh, I know my buddy JR's got that, let's go get it from JR. My buddy Taylor's got that over there. So it's good because it gives them one place to go.
The Open Series basically gives you a domestic, mini Pro Tour circuit that if you want, you can basically travel and get better and play against, mid to high level competition. They're not pros, but they are going to make you tighten up, and if you are successful, then it's a much smaller step to the Pro Tour than winning F&Ms and spiking a local PTQ.
It has something for everyone, and I think that if you like to play Magic and if you enjoy the culture, there's no reason not to come to like a city like this, and it's just kind of like a weekend for you to just kind of let go, forget about work for a minute or forget about all the other crap that you got going on during the week and just hang out with some Magic players.